In this video tutorial, students, we will discuss one advanced operation. It is known as pivoting. Okay, so there are two functions available in Python pandas for pivoting data frame. One is pivot, another is pivot table. These are the two functions, and pivot method creates a new data frame after reshaping the data based on column values. The method takes three arguments: index, columns, and values. Out of these three arguments, a minimum two arguments have to be given. So we can discuss it with the help of a program here. Okay, so first of all, we are coming over here. So just by using a pivot method, what is this actually? Now you see, I have taken one S data and dictionary, and there are 1 2 3 4 there are four key value pairs are there. Okay, that means four items are there, we can say, in fact. Okay, so here you can see, first of all, the print data frame and S data index that has been taken as ABCDEF. The default index has not been taken out here. Here you have taken ABCDEF as index. Fine. So now this data frame will be printed over here in this way, print df. All right, now here, so method has been taken, df equals to pivot, index equals to what? Index equals to name. So we are just sending this name into the index. Columns we have taken as subject, and value we have taken as marks. Okay, so that is the thing. So whatever be the column element out here, when we will see the output, you will see that, so the name, subject, marks are the columns are actually being arranged, and the gender also the same thing, and the index will have the A B C D E F values. But here what is happening, we are changing that index into name, and then columns will be the subject. Okay, columns will be the subject and values will be the marks. Okay, so wherever the values will be available, there only the values will be printed. Otherwise, where the values are not being printed, there it will be displayed as nan means nothing. Okay, so first of all, what I'm doing, I'm just keeping this one as inactive. Okay, inexecutable, because there are some reason. Okay, reason means afterwards we will do this. Okay, so first of all, we are printing the data frame, and then we are seeing that what is actually the meant of pivoting. Okay, that is the thing. So run, I'm using the pivot method right now. Okay, in fact, there are pivot is having lot of this thing. Pivot is having, first of all, index. Okay, where index specified creates an index of new data frame, which is the column name from the original table, which is the column name from the original table. So name is the column name from the original table. Okay, and columns create the columns of new data frame, which are the names of columns of the original table. Okay, so we have taken here subject out here. Okay, and finally value creates, okay, value creates columns of new data frame, which are the values of the column name from the original table, means where the values are there. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way, there are three items have been taken. Okay, which are the part of the this thing, what you call, which of the part of the pivot command. Okay, let us see the syntax of the pivot command once over here. Okay, so what is the pivot command syntax? It is actually pd means pandas object. Okay, then pivoting, pivot. Okay, so first will come the index. Okay, and then what will come, then will come columns. Okay, columns, and then last it will come value. So out of these three, any two are required. Okay, that is the thing. So this is the syntax for the pivot column. Okay, sorry, the pivot command. Okay, so this is the pandas object. Okay, so we have created a pd out here. So similar thing has been taken out here. If you tally the comment with the syntax, you will get all three parameters into the pivot method. Okay, pivot means index, columns, and values have been taken. So this is the syntax for the pivot. Okay, so now when we will create this particular thing, then we will see that how the pivot method is functioning and what will be the output, in fact. Okay, I'm just executing this program. Okay, so what is happening out here, let's see. So implement the pivoting using pivot method, we can get a resultant data frame even. Okay, that is the things going to be appeared over here. So what is the step one? Create a data frame using dictionary or any other sequence. Use the newly created data frame to generate a pivot table, and then print the pivot table. So we have to begin with pivot command. First of all, we need to create the data frame. So we have done in our program over here. We have done in our program. Afterwards, we have printed the data frame. Then we have create another new data frame by using the pivot method. Let us go to the execution phase. Okay, now let us see then what is being actually appeared. Okay, so let us see the output once. This is the output window. Yes. So here you see the data frame has been created with the index as created. Not this one, sorry. just a minute, yes, this one. Okay, so we have created the data frame outward. It has been printed with the index A B C D E F and the columns have gone over there. But when we are talking about the new data frame that has been created, see, the name has become the index out here. Okay, name has become the index out here, and wherever the data are there, okay, in the original data frame, it has been printed about out here. Okay, so all the subject marks are not available for all the people. Okay, so what is happening? Shreya has got 77 in accountancy, so accountancy column filled up with 77. Rest of the things have appeared as nan. Okay, Anupam has got 67. Okay, Anupam has got 67 in BST, so the BST has come in this way. So everywhere, wherever the availability of marks are there, okay, say there the marks have been printed, and everywhere it has been printed as nan. Okay, nan means not a value. Okay, that is the thing. So this is actually called pivoting. Okay, so we have seen it. Now we will see that pivoting with fill na. Fill na means fill the nan actually. So the similar thing has been done out here, except we have given the command out here. What we have given out here, so just closing this one once. Okay, no, let it be, no problem. Index subject columns name value marks dot fill na, and then we have given this character star. Okay, we have seen in the as observed from the output window, a new pivot table has been created on the basis of marks. Okay, thus the value of marks column for each subject get displayed in different columns of the pivot table. That we had seen in our previous thing, and where the values and name and the corresponding subjects are matching for records. Okay, where there are no values defined or no values are found, none has come. That is the thing happened out here. Now what we want to do, okay, in the absence of values or values that are not being matched, instead of none, we can explicitly give some space using fill the method, or we want to fill it something with some other character. Okay, that is the thing. So now you see, if you are giving space, it won't look nice. If I'm giving space out here, it won't look nice. You see out here how I'm doing. Run module. All right, so then creating. Okay, now you see the output. Okay, so what is happening, the output will come over here. Okay, so the matching columns will have the value, but the match at him there is no match found, then in that case it will be filled with nan. Okay, normally. Okay, but we have given now fill now with space. Okay, then what will happen, you can see out here. So the name, subject, everything has been printed. These are the names, but wherever availability is there, there only it has been printed. Okay, but none of other spaces it has been kept space. Why this? Because we have given inside the fill na one space. Okay, out here, so that is why it is giving the trouble. Okay, so the thing is that let us modify this program a bit. Okay, so now what we will do, I'll just give a print out here, and then give slash n. Okay, sorry, slash n. Okay, slash n. Okay, and then here also I'm giving out here slash n. Okay, so there will be a segregation, otherwise it is coming together. Okay, that is the thing. All right, so now I am giving out here a character out here that is called star. I'm giving out here, I want to fill it up with star. Okay, so what is happening, in fact, wherever the data values will be found, okay, there it will be printed, and rest of the places will be filled up with star. Okay, star means asterisk. Okay, so let's consider the output once. So how it is appearing. Okay, there is an error. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. So here it will be single quote, here it will be single quote, sorry, single quote and all, and then we can run it. Okay, so run module. Okay, so that is the thing. So always whenever the errors will come, go to the particular place where the error is marked, error has been marked, and then do the necessary change. Okay, so you see out here the data frame has been printed, and here the none values, and everywhere the none values are being replaced by the asterisk. Okay, that is what the function of the fill na by using the this thing, what you call, by using star. Okay, out here. Okay, this is the functionality of the fill na command over here. Okay, that is the thing. Clear? So the thing is that now what we will do, we will see one more demonstration of this particular pivoting program. Okay, so that is actually the things. You come over here, so this is the one. Okay, so here we are making the pivot table, and we are just keeping out here count later on. Okay, so we'll just keep a function method out here sum. Okay, let us see, this is called actually the pivoting what you call pivot table. Okay, so pivot table method we are using here right now. Okay, so the thing is that here the data frame is also to be there, data frame, values, index, everything will be there. Okay, so it is here, and instead there is an aggregate function, one control also will be there, that will find out the sum of the values over given over here. Okay, that is the thing. So 2000, 4000, 2000, 3000 and 2000. Okay, so the everywhere the sum has been printed. Now you see some of the names have been taken in duplicate. Okay, that is the thing. So normal case what will happen, everything will be printed in the data frame. Okay, but here it is not like that. In that case what will happen, Suman's they are appearing in two places and Ravi are appearing in two places. Okay, their salary will be summed up and will be printed. That is the functionality to consolidate, to make a consolidated data frame by using the pivot table command. Okay, so pivot table means it is actually pivoting with aggregation. Okay, so the aggregation will take place in this case. Okay, and the pivot table will have the data frame, values and index, everything with it. Okay, that is the things, and ag func. Okay, that is actually the aggregate function to be there. That is what actually the pivot table, main thing in pivot table. Okay, that is the thing. So now you see the pivoting how it is to be done over here. So you see out here this mechanic and all, so we are finding out. Okay, out here, and then we will after this pivot table method we will check out that what is the actually the value. Yes, now you see out here pivot table what it has done, the data frame has been printed. Afterwards we have taken it from the mechanic. Okay, afterwards we are taking it from the mechanic, and this mechanic the salary of the mechanics have been summed up, has been printed over here. So it's in a similar way you can give the mean, you can give the mean, max, everything. Okay, means which particular person is getting the maximum salary, just give max and then execute this. Okay, run module over there, and then you will see that what is appearing in the pivot table. Fine. Okay, so data frame index will come. So there is a bit difference between the this thing between the pivot and pivot table. Okay, so what is actually happening in pivot table, in the pivot table you will have the index, columns and values, but in the pivot method I mean, and in the pivot table you have to include the data frame also. Okay, so this is the data frame, and this has come over here. For Ramesh, what is happening, the maximum salary is, sorry, or minimum or maximum, min is mean, max is max. Okay, fine. For the Ramesh is the 3000 is the maximum salary, and for Ravi the maximum salary is 4000, and for Suman it is 2000. Okay, so in this way in any data frame, okay, in any data frame if you want to count, so you can give the count function also, cu event count. Okay, so count, what it will do, count will actually count the things. Okay, fine. So what is happening out here, you see count what is actually being done. Now the things, the count will count that each type of, means like what are the different type of, how many Ravis are there, how many Ramesh is there, how many Shumans are there. Okay, will be calculated in this way. So this is a very very beautiful thing, very interesting thing about the data representation. Okay, where the data will be aggregated. So pivot table is basically is meant for that. If it is a long table, so in that case if we want to get a consolidated view of that particular table, so we can choose the pivot table method. Okay, now another program can demonstrate how can it create it from some external source. The file has already been created by me. This is a comma separated value file that is known as CSV file. So you need to CSV file to be created first, and then afterwards you can make the this thing, what you call, sorry, okay, so this is a CSV file that I am opening right now, which I have used in my program. All right, that is the thing. Sorry, this one, not this one, sorry, just I will open from here, it will be opened, pivot CSV. Yes, you see out here, it has been given out here like this. Okay, so I'm just putting it off for the, I will just give it afterwards. Okay, so that is the thing, this one I'm opening. So this, the data has been taken from the m.csv, so that has been kept into the D drive after saving. Okay, so let us see now how these things are opening. So this has been opened out here, m.csv. Fine, CSV. So the basic thing is that you will just one thing is the CSV file. Before making the CSV file, I want to mention you will keep one sheet only. When you will open Excel sheet, will have the Excel workbook will have the 3 sheets. Okay, but here you will keep only one sheet, other sheets to be deleted. Fine. So in this way what you have done, you have created this file. When you will do the file save as, okay, when you will do the file save as, then at the saving time what you will give, what you will do, when the save as dialog box will appear, you will give the name of the file here. Okay, and then from this list you will choose the CSV, that is comma delimited. In this way you will prepare the comma CSV file, that is called comma separated value files. Okay, so where you will keep it in the particular location. Here I have kept in my system in the D drive. Okay, better to keep it in the D or root. Okay, D or E root. Okay, in that case you have to write less, otherwise you have to write more. Okay, so you can give the name and emp I have created and csv comma delimited. So what are the things we have to do? We have to open Excel. We have to remove the other sheets available by simply clicking on it. Okay, by simply clicking on the right click and then choose the delete. Okay, that is the thing we will do. Fine, just a minute, just close it. Okay, fine. So that is the thing. So here you see I am only having one sheet. So here if you click, then sheet will come. Okay, so you see one sheet will come. Okay, so that will not allow. So how will delete the sheet? Right click and then choose delete. Fine, then the sheet will be deleted. So now you are ready for making the file. Okay, you give the data and all, then you go to the file and then go to the save as window will appear, and then you put the name, give the name, and here you choose the file type. Okay, that is the comma delimited, and finally you save it. Okay, so in this way the csv file may be created. Okay, can be created. Okay, so that is the thing. So while you're coming out, it will ask you for 2 times saving. Okay, so first you will save, then it will ask the name. I am not changing the name because I have already kept it, so I'll overwrite it. Okay, so in your case also the same thing will happen. Yes, and then finally it will ask you to alert message, you click on yes, so the comma delimited file will be selected. Fine. So now the thing is that what I will do on name, address, MID and age. Okay, why this 4 has been taken? Otherwise wherever it will find the numeric value, it will add up. Okay, by sum. So now I am executing this. Okay, so you can verify by using the csv file. Okay, aggregate sum. Okay, what is this thing? Salary will be aggregated. Okay, this thing is the salary will be aggregated. Fine. So now let us see that once we will open this, we will get the output. Okay, so you see out here Pintu is getting salary 9,000, and here also Raju is also getting 9,000. These are the data from the csv file. Okay, which has been converted into our data frame. Okay, clear? Print df. So we have make the data csv file has been converted into data frame and then print df. So no need to go to the m.csv because the data all have taken from there only. All right, that is the thing, data has been taken from there only. So here you can find out here Pintu is getting the salary how much, Bagdogra, here you can the space, and 5 plus 4,000 is 9,000. Okay, so that is what we had made this particular table from here. Okay, that is the thing. So in this way pivoting can be done for a particular Excel CSV file. Fine. So now the thing is that I am just closing this one and I want to do what? There we have used only one function. Now we will use the series of functions out here. What are the series of functions out here? All the aggregate functions, and we are doing the index on name, and we are not adding this time all the things, all the values and all the columns and all. We are only taking name. Okay, and then salary. Okay, for value from because values we have to take from the salary, and then we are adding up everything, max, mean, max, mean, sum, and then mean means average. Okay, count we have not added. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so all these things have been added in series under the func aggregate function, under the aggregate function control. Okay, that is the thing. So let us see that how this is operating. Okay, then you will be able to understand. Okay, so I'm doing this run module out here and then clicking on OK. So all the data has been taken from the CSV file. Okay, and before that it has been made. After that the data frame, it has been converted into data frame, and finally the pivot table has been used. Out here you see out here max salary has come out here. What is the max salary? Mean salary also has come, some salary has come, and minimum salary has also come. If you take Pintu, so 9,000 divided by 2, 4,500 has come as the average salary. Okay, so that in this way actually the pivoting could be done by using the pivot method as well as the pivot table method. Okay, so this is what actually the pivoting done by the CSV file. All right, fine. So I think you will I hope you will do this practical implementation of this program, and finally you will come to know then how this is to be done. Okay, so then you will have the idea of this one. regarding the pivot and pivot table. So I have kept it off purposely, because otherwise there will be in the output it will jumble up. Okay, so when you do the practical, you can keep off a particular command in this way by putting the hashtag before it, because in that case that particular statement will not be interpreted by the Python interpreter. Okay, and here you have given what, this is the command. So one time you can do with this, one time you can do with this. So otherwise you need to write the two programs. Okay, so it will be happening in one program itself. Okay, that is the thing. So it will be space conscious and it will take less time, also it will save your time. All right, so till I give you the next video tutorial. Okay, thank you very much and stay safe.